All right. Well, welcome back to these videos. I'm Nicholas Khan. Apologies for the shirtlessness and indecency. I just wanted to start right away with the physical progress, and then I'll clothe myself. But um, it's June 27th right now, so it's been almost 10 days since my surgery. I've been off of painkillers for 2 days now. Very, very, like, hardly any pain at all. Really just soreness in my chest. It's still, like, not 100% feeling weird, like, kind of to feel, but a little bit sore, but otherwise, I feel great. I feel totally fine. So physical progress. As you can see, it looks pretty good. Most of the bruising is completely gone. There's a little bit. I don't know. The light's not ideal right now, but there's a little bit of bruising around this one, which this side has been healing slower than the other side for whatever reason. But a little bit of bruising, minimal, barely tiny bit of bruising on this side. The drains are gone. I got the drains taken out about 3 days after the surgery. So just little tiny cuts from where those were, which are healing really fast every day. They stopped bleeding like the day after I got them taken out. And then, as you can see, there's a little bit of tape over where the incisions were. Just a little bit there. Tiny bit of blood still, but I can shower, no problem. I'm able to run short errands to the store without getting tired. And That's about it. I still can't lift much, but or stretch or do anything. But my range of movement is much better now. I can lift myself up a little bit of chairs, and I can reach for things, and I can hold slightly heavier things with minimal pain and problems. And like I said, I can shower completely unaided now. So I did that for the first time today, so that was really good, marker of progress. And this side is still a little bit, as you can maybe tell, just slightly more swollen than this side. He said that the doctor said that I had a checkup 2 days ago, and he said that would definitely go down. So I'm watching that. I'm looking at it a little bit. It looks kind of bad to me right now, but according I can see that it's still bruised and a little bit swollen, so I'll just be watching that, waiting for the swelling to go down and for it to look more like this side, which I'm amazingly happy with and I think looks awesome. So I'll just go ahead and so right there, really, really good. My backpack just fell. So yeah, really good. I'm feeling awesome. You can see my tank top sunburn outline, tan line really clearly right now. I just noticed. It's kind of embarrassing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my shirt on now that I've shown the progress, the physical progress. And I'm gonna talk about getting the drains taken out because it was a little bit emotionally scarring for me. Still a little bit slow getting t-shirts on. Yes. So I went in to get the drains taken out about 4 days after my surgery, and it was it was a bit of a traumatic experience. I'd never excuse me while I just I'd never I had no idea what it was going to be like, what was going to happen. But what happened was the doctor came in and was like, "All right, I'm gonna take your drains out. Looks ready to go." And he kind of just, which I guess in thinking back on it was the best way to do it, was really quickly and kind of without telling me what he was doing, just to make it faster. So that's pretty much what he did. He had me take off my shirt and he was like, "All right, 1, 2, 3. Here goes the right one," and he just yanked it out, and immediately I sort of went into shock. I don't know what I was expecting. It was partly pain and partly just weird. It was just a weird sensation, and it felt like something was getting ripped out of my body, and I think my brain just was it's an organ or something, and just flipped out. So I immediately started panicking, and he kind of saw that I was freaking out, and quickly did the next one before I even knew what was happening. And I really, I don't want to say it was a panic attack, but it was definitely some kind of shock, because I was not, I immediately started breathing really ragged and fast, and he had me lay down immediately on the chair slash bed thing that's in there. He had me lay down and lay back, and he was kind of talking to me like, okay, I'm gonna lay back, I'm gonna put your feet above your head so you don't pass out, because I was really close to passing out. I am surprised I didn't, frankly, with how like just rattled I was, and freaking out I was. And so I laid down, and he kind of backed off a little bit and was doing something, and I don't really know what was happening, but I was just like, really, I was totally out of it. I was in shock, and I was just like, and Sam had my hand, and I was just squeezing their arm really tight, and like trying to breathe normally, and that was all I could really do. And after all that, eventually I calmed down and started breathing slower, and I got an apple juice, and he brought in apple juice and like applesauce, because they needed to put the liquids back in my body soon. So focusing on like drinking the juice and doing that, and just having Sam talk to me and talk me down from that, eventually I was I calmed down, and it was okay, and I was able to walk out. But I was fucking like, it was really stressful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying that it's gonna be exactly like that for anybody who has this procedure with drains, but for me it was really kind of bad. I got the impression, talking to the nurses afterwards, or not afterwards, but like at my next trip to see the doctor, my latest one, which was literally just to check up him looking at it, was that my response to getting the drains taken out was on the like higher scale of dramatic, like on the scale from like really, I don't want to say bad, but like really dramatic to really calm. It was definitely more on the dramatic end, because she was like, oh yeah, I heard about the drains, was kind of like, she mentioned it specifically, and I was like, yeah, it was scary. But I did it, and I got over it. But definitely for the next couple of days, I was really like, anytime I had to like look, I couldn't really look at the spots where the drains were in for a couple of days, and anytime Sam had to like check on them and like tap them to dry them off after like a shower or something, I kind of like got a little bit stressed. But now it's okay, and that was honestly the worst part of the entire surgery experience. That, and when I started taking I was taking 2 pain pills the first 2 days, and then I went down to 1 because I was hardly in any pain. And in the middle of doing that, in the middle of being on just 1 pain pill, I think it was like day 6 or something, or 7, the end of the first week of my recovery, I suddenly, over the course of like maybe 10 hours, went really down into depression, into like a depressive episode. And I do have depression, but I have been managing it really carefully this last year, really since a couple years after coming out, and it's been really good lately. Like I can handle it when I do have episodes. I'm like aware of it, but I hadn't had this bad of like a drop in a really long time, and I was kind of surprised. I was like, whoa, what? Like, I was feeling so good the first few days. What's happening? Like, I haven't felt this bad in a really long time. And it's because I figured it's because it's a combination of like 3 things. One was that I was coming down off of painkillers, which will kind of do that to everybody. Even though, like, obviously I'm not addicted, but they do alter your chemistry, and that change kind of had a hand in triggering the episode, and also it was partly because my schedule was totally disrupted. I wasn't doing anything. One of the things that that helps me manage any depressive symptoms is keeping a regular schedule and doing things uh, regularly when I start having an episode, or to keep it in check and prevent it. But I couldn't do any of those things because one of the main ones is exercising. Exercising really helps me keep any depressive symptoms at bay, and obviously I can't do that when I'm recovering from surgery. So like all I could really do was like go for really short walks in the fresh air. Fresh air was helpful, and just talking to my friends around me, talking to Sam, talking to people who are coming to visit me really helped. But like, yeah, damn, like those for like 3 days kind of in a row. The first day was being the worst. I was just really down and out of it, and just having trouble like caring about anything. But today has been really good. Today I feel like I'm kind of coming back up from it. I'm able to focus on things for longer. I generally just feel better and more like my normal self. So that's been really good. I just wanted to like mention that though, because it was really tough. Like, it was a really low dip that happened, and it was, it was the painkiller, maybe a response to the painkillers, definitely a response to having my schedule disrupted, and just the like really intense physical change that happened. Like, even though this is something that I've always wanted, and then it's a good change, it's still a dramatic change. And so having to process all of that, and it's a lot for the mind to handle. And my brain kind of like flipped out for a second, I guess, and was like, well, what's going on? And but now I'm definitely feeling much better today, and like coming back from that a little bit. And so I decided to make a video today. So I am going back. I took about, the suggested time was 2 to 3 weeks to be off of work for recovery, and I took like 2.5. So I'm gonna be going back on June 10th, or July 10th. So that's when I'm scheduled to go back to work. So I have another week and a half to just relax and recover. And my birthday is July 9th, so I'll probably try to do something fun for that. Something nearby and like not energy intensive. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing some more friends on that day. And honestly, like, kind of thinking of this as like the ultimate birthday present to myself from me. You're welcome, Nick. Thanks, Nick. So that's cool. What else? That's about it. I been watching a lot of Gotham. It's pretty sick. I'm into it. Batman. And I watched like fucking like, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last videos, but I definitely watched like about 20 episodes of Cheers in a single day, like the second day, because it was all I could do. I could not move, and I couldn't concentrate on anything that required more brain power than an episode of Cheers. So that was wild, and I can't believe I did that. But anyway, Cheers is funny, and requires like no brain power to enjoy it. So if you're ever super high in the sky on painkillers, highly recommend Cheers. Not upsetting at all. Funny, very calm. There's like one set, so you don't have to keep track of anything. But yeah, so watching Gotham. I'm catching up on all my reading. I'm so boring, but like that's what I'm doing. And and I finally got to pet my cats. I couldn't. Yeah, 3 worst things definitely of this whole experience: getting the drains taken out, possible dip in depression. If you have depression, will probably happen. And you can't pet your cats. You can't like be with your animals until like 10 days or like a week plus after the surgery, because you have open wounds, and like cat fur and dander, everything is very bad for that. So, but I can finally pet them again, and that's been great. I'm really happy about that. So yeah, that's all that stuff that I wanted to say. And now is the part where I just like babble until I figure out how to end the video. But yeah, final thoughts are super happy, and I feel great, and like not having to wear a binder anymore is like a dream come true. I'm just, it's such a relief. It's such a, like, I'm just thinking of like all the shirts, all the t-shirts that I'm gonna wear that I didn't wear before because they were slightly too tight, and I have I have a guy that I just met who's like, who I'm gonna give my old binders to, and he's gonna use them, and he's like really excited about that, and it's just like, it's awesome. I got also donations. I was hoping for, like, my dream, like, ultimate goal was $1,000. I was like, that seems pretty manageable, but also like that's high for me. Like, that'd be amazing. And I didn't reach $1,000, but I got really fucking close. I got to like 950, or like 953 or something. So that was awesome. People donated left and right, like really unexpected amounts of money. I was like, I couldn't believe it. It was awesome. I have such cool friends, and yeah, I'm super lucky. This is awesome. This is the best experience of my life. So yeah, so far. So that's all for now. Sorry about the kind of gross lighting in this video. My face looks really red. It's not. It is kind of warm in here though, so maybe it is. But yeah. This is one of my favorite shirts, and you can really see the line design in this horrible lighting, so that's a plus, I guess. And now I can wear it without any stress because it's a little tight, but don't matter. So yeah, that's it for now. Go ahead and make another video in about a week, just updating on what my progress is in a week. If like the swelling has gone down, I'll be watching that. And other than that, until then, this has been your host, Nicholas Cohen. Feeling good, looking great. If I do say so myself. I am single, so gentlemen out there,